Pi networks transitioning to open mainnet will be inevitable, and timing will be the key to the success of Pi's ecosystem on a larger scale. I'll tell you why the enclosed mainnet won't last long from now on, so get prepared for open mainnet. Before we continue, to help us give you more updates like this, please like, share, and remember to subscribe to this channel. This will help this video reach a wider audience. So basically, I believe we now all know the main goal of enclosed mainnet is to allow pioneers to massively pass KYC, transfer their Pi balance to mainnet, and for Pi apps to transition from the testnet to the mainnet. This phase was supposed to start creating real-life utility for Pi, as apps using PiCoin would become available. So what has happened in enclosed mainnet so far? Wait, did you all notice that as soon as pioneers were able to send transactions on enclosed mainnet, we have seen many initiatives of pioneers engaging in peer-to-peer transactions. This happened all over the world, but the most active pioneers seem to be from India, Nigeria, the Philippines, and even Indonesia. Those transactions were usually Pi exchanged for a product or exchanged for fiat via peer-to-peer, on a price which the buyer and seller agreed on. Pioneers have taken advantage of the possibility of Pi wallet-to-wallet transfer as a medium to sell and buy them. The core team does not endorse this, though, and has cautioned against it during the enclosed mainnet phase. This has sparked a lot of speculations about what the Pi core team would do about pioneers who traded their Pi for items and exchanged them for fiat. But, for the time being, it is best to avoid trying to sell your Pi. Until recently, apps were not able to transition to mainnet since the SDK, software development kit, which allowed developers to connect their apps to the mainnet blockchain, was not available. It was released at the end of July, and since then apps have slowly started their transition to mainnet. For example, PiChain Mall, an app providing barter services on a large scale, launched their mainnet marketplace. This is supposed to start a large-scale exchange of goods and services using Pi as a global currency. Now let me tell you why enclosed mainnet won't last long from now on. The enclosed mainnet is only benefiting the buyers for now. Indeed, pioneers have accumulated Pi over months or even years of mining for free. Now they finally have an opportunity to spend the coins they earned. Pi just gained utility. However, this utility only exists if there are enough items to sell, and this is where a major problem will soon happen. Sellers will soon face a liquidity problem. For the time being, everything is okay. Retailers were ecstatic to be a part of the first Pi transactions, and they were happy to announce that they accepted Pi payment. However, in the majority of transactions involving a product, the product was purchased using fiat money. Businesses accepting Pi payments can only continue if they have a mechanism to trade their Pi for fiat currency, which can only happen in open mainnet. When will transition to open mainnet take place? Let us first clarify that we do not possess all of the information that the Pi core team does. Their primary criteria for moving to the open mainnet will likely be satisfactory scalability, the resolution of all technical concerns on the enclosed mainnet, and most importantly, the passing of KYC for the majority of pioneers. This final point is really important. Although massive KYC has been implemented for several months, fewer than half of active pioneers have passed it. Before releasing the network to the public, the Pi core team will want to ensure that the bulk of pioneers have successfully transferred to the mainnet and have begun using ecosystem apps. Interestingly, peer-to-peer transactions have been taking place at a very small scale for now, since no apps were available yet. Apps are starting to be deployed and will start to be used on a large scale in the coming months and will probably face issues, security, or scaling. Both the Pi blockchain and the Pi apps will be put to the test in a real-world setting, and any problems should be resolved before going live on the mainnet. As a result, it is crucial that the majority of technical problems be resolved fast and that pioneers switch to the mainnet as soon as possible. The Pi ecosystem's wider success will depend on when it makes the inevitable switch to an open mainnet. And finally, please do consider sharing this information video with the Pi community if you find it useful. To stay updated on the latest Pi network news, like, share, and remember to subscribe to this channel. Disclaimer: this video is based on my research and opinion and does not entirely reflect the core team's perspective. Remember to always do your own research.